Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this. From the gamer, Skullgirls tones down, panty shots and sexual exploitations, fans furious. Motherfucker. I actually was recording the video around 8 minutes in, I realized my microphone was muted. For the love of goddamn fucking god, now I need to do it all over again. But from the gamer, pretty much the same shit on level as Kotaku and Polygon and Reset Era. They are pretty much the cesspool of the internet, and you're going to see them gaslight you here on this. Right. So, the latest updates of Skullgirls Second in Core and Skullgirls Mobile have reworked or removed older content that says doesn't reflect their values. As in, they became more Puritans. The only censorship that I actually support in this case is this one, is this part. Removing images that sexualize minors. That's the only thing. And the Nazi iconography should have stayed, because it represents an evil part of the game. The enemy, as you say. Animations have been left intact with the patch notes making it clear that the game will still depict characters confidently express their sexuality. That's not the case. We saw that happening in the previous patches in which they actually actively reworked their images or, well, the images in the game to desexualize or, to censor their femininity. We saw them censor it over and over and over again. But one thing that they actually need to be aware of is that besides this being philia, in this case, it's the next part of this one, but still, in the Philia story mode has been amended rework in the artwork that gives the players a close-up of a man groping the 16-year-old. This is the thing. This image, this style here should stay. Why? Probably censor her panty shot, that would be fine, that censorship is good. But the image of the creep groping her is kind of an origin story. I never played this game, but this is part of her story, and you cannot, and you should not, whitewash what some women and some men go through with creeps, with people sexualizing them and groping them. This is something that should be shown, because if you try to hide it and you minimize it, you're actually taking out not only from these stories, but you're actually taking out from victims of these things as well. Well, anyway, let's move on. The update has proven to be incredibly divisive among players, many of which are spamming negative reviews on Steam, and I hope it continues. Critics accuse the devs of censorship, even though it seems that the developer and publishers came to the decisions themselves and were asked to do this by an outside party. I highly doubt it. If you're familiar with this, how the left operates, the left has been pretty much adamant and going apeshit fucking insane with the idea of putting women in, hiding their sexualized parts, adult women, hiding them and pretty much praising hijab, niqab, burqas. You saw a few feminists in Australia doing this. You saw them on other media. You saw them, hey, Lost Ark. They censored a bunch of characters. They actually added more pants, more clothing layers and all of those things on the female to try and hide their curves. So we all know this comes from the left. And the idea to say there's no outside party is a complete and total bullshit. It could even come from the actual employees of the retards behind this. It could have come from reading comments on somewhere else and they felt pressured in to change it. It could have come on all of those things. Could have. And we all know they are more than happy to actually acquiesce to the left. So no, you idiots, I don't believe you. Right. So, here we go. Here they are. You know what? It's time for a trailer.
God's wrath made manifest, and we know no fear.
Now here comes the gaslighting. Pedophiles have not played a single second of Skullgirls when they remove 5 seconds of your panties showing. You can see this guy here is actually gaslighting you. Because they are claiming that most of the negative reviews are from players or people who haven't played the game. Well, as you know, this game was released also outside of Steam. You could also be a gamer from the mobile version, and you also own the game on Steam itself, and you have low hours on Steam, or you could have played it elsewhere before Steam was actually mandatory. Multiple things. And now, there's also the fact that most of the negative reviewers are in fact from players who played this far longer. See, they are actually trying to gaslight it. And plus, we all know the left actually has a tendency to love the P people. Yeah, they're the ones trying to add the M or P in the alphabet soup. We know that. How often have you seen the craziness of them going, say, we are coming for your children, type of deal? Look at this. Here, this book is gay. This is a far leftist book who actually promotes, allegedly, grooming of kids. Making kids go onto Grindr and things like that. Are you insane? We all know that. Here, this is the Skullgirl page, Skullgirl Second Core on Steam, mostly negative. And we can see 11 hours. This is a good amount of game. Look, 33.1 hours, 13.3 hours. Oh, 0.9, 1 hour. And then 8.46, so they are definitely gaslighting you. 53, 123, 262. The only one who had so far on the lowest end of the negative review, 0.8. So technically, they are gaslighting you. Yes, they're trying to tell you, no, you're the one who's insane. It's you the problem, not us. Yeah. Well, the removal of Nazi-inspired armbands, that's just retarded. I don't understand why. They're used to portray as the evil people in the game. Why? Why are you taking that one out? Oh, for the love of God. And panty shots of a minor seems to have attracted most of the attention. Actually, no. The panty shots of the minor is in fact a gaslight. Most people are actually upset about the censorship of everything else, including the previous years in which they actually did censor the older characters. Most dramatically, the entire Soviet announcer Soviet Pact has been removed. And it's not clear why. Are you actually taking out from the game actual part of a paid feature of the game? Yeah, probably you cannot portray the Soviets as bad or evil people because these people are leftists. Anyway, this could tie into the devs not wanting to promote groups that don't align with their values. Big Band and Peacock have also lost an intro voice line each, but it's not clear which ones have been cut. So more censorship. That's horrible. Plus, only real opinion on the Skullgirls stuff is that the patching a $10 in-game art book to remove concept art and guest art is shockingly stupid. They even removed this. Despite the review bombing, some fans have no issues with the update and wondering why other players are so fussed about the artwork changes. Remember, gaslight. Especially when it concerns a minor. Gaslighting. This is just bad journalism. They're also pointing out that quite a few of the negative reviewers have little to no playtime. I just showed it to you, like a massive quantity of people here actually having hundreds of hours in this game. Yeah, they are gaslighting you, suggesting they weren't fun to begin with. Gaslighting. Admittedly, and here is the addendum. And there are some reviews coming from those with decent playtime. Told you. And it's clear that some long-time players disapprove of the change. See, after gaslighting you say, maybe this, okay, fine, there are some people that are valid. Look, Skullgirls is just going to sanitize the entire noir aesthetic because Lab Zero has no spine. They censored this entire thing. Others say the changes sanitize the game after it has already been available to play for 10 years without issue. They also complain that some images are being removed from a digital art book that costs an additional $10 to purchase, similarly without any kind of compensation to those that bought it. But of course, some people are just really upset that they can't see 16-year-olds underwear anymore. Gaslighting. These people are goddamn fucking games journalists. You think journalists are already pretty much to be considered on the same level as a tobacco lobbyists. So, with that being said, games journalists are even lower than those. Neither the Skullgirl publisher nor the developer has commented on the matter further, and it doesn't seem like they will. In the meantime, the discourse continues, and it should continue. Because censorship is wrong, except in the tiny little difference in here, which I actually do support, of the censoring of the 16-year-old panty shot. But that's the only one that I do support. Everything else here, no. So, on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night. And for the love of God, what's the deal with censorship?